self-determination
from
of
across
South
the world.
Africa.
Undoubtedly, corruption is evident in South Africa, whether it be via the government or in the private sector. The argument that I make is South Africa's democracy was negotiated. They sat down, invited the African National Congress to the table, told them what they can and can't do in order to achieve the elements of a free society. In doing so, sanctions were lifted from the United States and other countries. South Africa once again was able to compete on a global market. Now, in doing so, it doesn't necessarily mean that the empowerment of our people has actually taken place through our people, because the ministers that we see today, based on their ages, are people who were oppressed by the very system of apartheid. So there's an element of skill sets that they don't have that are required to govern. In doing so, I'm also saying that the institutions that are meant to empower people are the ones that are still under, whether you want to call it the people that negotiated, whatever you want to call them. People have always asked me, who are these people? Look, I think it's an interest of people from across the world. South Africa is a very conducive economy. We've got enough minerals and the list can go on. But to drive my point across, because we got negotiated into this democracy, there's a lot of things that we're overlooking about why we have so much inequality in our country, why our crime levels are so high. A lot of you will probably say the ANC, and they've got a shitload of things they have to account for. But I'm of the opinion that there's far more than just a political party's inability to lead this country that causes so much inequality. And sadly, it's at the cost of the image of a black leader. To you young people, don't let them ever get you to a point where you think you need to ask Caucasians to come and rule over us again. That is never going to be necessary, because the self-determination of South Africans needs to be led and chartered by black South Africans, because we are the majority in this country. And we need to be able to live in cohesion with everyone. Social cohesion is very important, but we need to get to a point where our country and the self-determination of its people is reflective in our economy and in our societies from across the world.